Hello everyone, this is Dr. Manish Patel and you are watching my channel Let's Dissect Anatomy. Today we will discuss another topic of the head and neck, that is the pharynx. It's a very important long question. The whole chapter is a very important long question for you. So without any delay, let's start. First of all, introduction. Pharynx is a wide funnel-shaped fibromuscular tube which extends from the base of the skull up to the esophagus. It is lined throughout by the mucous membrane. It acts as a common channel for both food as well as air. The upper part of the pharynx transmits only air. The lower part transmits only food, while the middle part transmits both food as well as air. The measurements, the length is around 12 to 14 centimeter and the width at the base is around 3.5 centimeter, and at the junction of pharynx with esophagus it is around 1.5 centimeter. Here you can see from the picture, this is the pharynx which can be seen from behind. It is situated in the midline of the neck. It extends from the skull base up to the esophagus in front of upper 6 cervical vertebra. It is situated behind the nose, mouth and larynx, right? So it is divided into mainly 3 parts. The part that is situated behind the nasal cavity, this one, behind the oral cavity, this one, and behind the larynx, this one. Okay, the 3 parts of the pharynx are there. The shape, I said, it is funnel shaped. It is like this. First of all, the boundaries of the pharynx. Superiorly, base of the skull, which includes the posterior part of the body of the sphenoid and the basilar part of the occipital bone just in front of pharyngeal tubercle. If you remember, the norma basal is middle part where I have shown you the pharyngeal tubercle. That area forms the base, or you can say superior boundary of the pharynx. Inferiorly, it continues with the esophagus at the level of lower border of cricoid cartilage anteriorly and lower border of C6 posteriorly. So नीचे कहाँ तक एक्सटेंड है तो क्रिकोइड कार्टिलेज की तरफ, मतलब वहाँ तक एंटीरियरली देखे तो, और पीछे की तरफ देखे तो C6 का जो लोअर बॉर्डर है वहाँ तक pharynx एक्सटेंड है. Posteriorly, the pharynx slides freely on the prevertebral fascia, which separates it from the cervical spine, or anteriorly it communicates with the nasal cavity, oral cavity and the larynx, जैसे मैंने previous picture में दिखाया आपको. Thus, the anterior wall of the pharynx is incomplete. मतलब उसकी side में boundaries है, side wall है, posterior wall है, anteriorly वो open है, means कोई wall है ही नहीं. Laterally on each side it is related to the various structures like medial pterygoid plate, pterygomandibular raphe, mandible, middle ear cavity, styloid process, and the muscle attached to it with neuromuscular bundle of the neck. So here you can see the 3 parts of the pharynx. The part behind the nasal cavity, this much part, it is the nasopharynx. Part behind the oral cavity, this one, this is the oropharynx. And the part behind the larynx, this one is the laryngopharynx. So here you can see the view of the pharynx from front. So आगे की wall आप देखो, it is deficient, है ही नहीं. Wall नहीं है तो आप सीधा आप देख सकते हो कि posterior nasal apertures means nasal cavity दिख रही है, फिर opening of the oral cavity दिख रहा है पीछे का part, और opening of the laryngeal inlet दिख रहा है आपको. Okay. Now the parts of the pharynx or subdivision of the pharynx. This can be asked as a 5-mark short notes. Parts of the pharynx or subdivision of the pharynx. So first one, it's a nasal part behind the nasal cavity, so it's a nasopharynx. The second one, part behind the oral cavity, it's oropharynx. And the third one, part behind the larynx, it's laryngopharynx. It is also known as the hypopharynx. The pharynx is divided into three parts, as I have said, naso, oro and laryngopharynx. The nasopharynx is the superior part. Here you can see this is the nasopharynx. It's a superior part which communicates with the nasal cavity through posterior nasal apertures. Oropharynx is the middle part. It communicates with the oral cavity through oropharyngeal isthmus. And laryngopharynx, this one is the inferior part which communicates with the larynx through laryngeal inlet. First of all, the nasopharynx, the boundaries. बाउंड्री में उसका रूफ, फ्लोर और वॉल्स आएगी. तो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल रूफ, नेजोफेरिंग्स की बात कर रहे हैं तो दिस एरिया इज कॉल्ड नेजोफेरिंग्स, जो रेड कलर का है. ओके, सो उसमें सबसे पहले रूफ, दिस पार्ट, it is formed by the body of the sphenoid and basal part of the occipital bone. The pharyngeal tonsils or adenoids presents at the junction of its roof with the posterior wall. जो आपको जो दिख रहा है वाइट कलर का स्ट्रक्चर, दिस वन, दिस इज द pharyngeal tonsils. The floor, नीचे वाला पार्ट, it is formed by the upper surface of the soft palate and pharyngeal isthmus. तो ये वाला पार्ट वो फ्लोर है, राइट. देन द एंटीरियर वॉल, एज आई सेड, इट इज डेफिशिएंट, वॉल जैसा है ही नहीं, तो उसमें से क्या दिखेगा सीधा, पोस्टीरियर नेजल apertures. Posterior wall, it is supported by anterior arch of atlas, C1, prevertebral muscles and fascia. तो आपको यहाँ पे जो वाइट कलर का पार्ट दिख रहा है, दिस वन, दिस इज द कट पार्ट ऑफ द C1. जो आप डायग्राम जो दिख रहा है अभी, इट इज द सजाइटल सेक्शन ऑफ हेड एंड नेक. सजाइटल स्ट्रक्चर जहाँ मिड लाइन है, वहाँ से पूरा नीचे C6 तक, मतलब ऊपर से लेकर नीचे सजाइटली हेड एंड नेक को कट करेंगे और फिर उसको देखेंगे, तो इट इज कॉल्ड सजाइटल सेक्शन ऑफ हेड एंड नेक. इट इज वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द डिसेक्शन वाइवा. जो सजाइटल सेक्शन एग्जैक्टली ऐसा दिखेगा आपको डिसेक्शन में, और 70% of the questions of sagittal sections will come from this 4 chapters. Tongue means oral cavity, soft palate, pharynx and nose. So these 4 are very important chapters for you. Now lateral wall, here you can see this is the lateral wall. उसमें कौन कौन से स्ट्रक्चर्स है वो आपको याद रखना है. फर्स्ट वन इज ओपनिंग ऑफ द ऑडिटरी ट्यूब. तो जो आपको ये दिख रहा है, दिस वन, ब्लैक कलर का ओपनिंग, दैट इज द ऑडिटरी ट्यूब. फिर उसके पीछे ट्यूबल एलिवेशन, उसके पीछे आपको एक कर्व्ड एलिवेशन दिख रहा है, दिस वन, इट इज द ट्यूबल एलिवेशन और टॉरस ट्यूबारिस विच इज प्रोड्यूस्ड बाय द कार्टिलेज ऑफ द ट्यूब. और उसके पीछे देखो आपको एक रिसेस जैसा, गैप जैसा दिख रहा है, दिस वन, दिस इज द फोसा ऑफ रोजेनमुलर which lies behind the torus tubaris. It is the commonest site for the carcinoma of nasopharynx. Okay, so remember this for the one-liner as well as viva. Then comes tubal tonsils which lies near the torus tubaris. ये वाला पार्ट यहाँ पे जो डॉट रखा मैंने, जस्ट उसके नीचे जो दिख रहा है, दैट इज द ट्यूबल टॉन्सिल्स. और then next one is salpingopharyngeal fold which is raised by salpingopharyngeus muscle. तो ये जो आपको फोल्ड दिख रहा है, ये वाला, दिस इज द salpingopharyngeal fold, जो salpingopharyngeal मसल से बनता है. ओके, सो these are the boundaries, roof, floor and all about the nasopharynx. Nasopharyngeal bursa applied related to nasopharynx. Nasopharyngeal bursa, its epithelial lined median recess found within the pharyngeal tonsils. आपको यहाँ पे दिख रहा है जो this one, ये जो गैप दिख रही है वाइट, that is the nasopharyngeal bursa. और दूसरा स्ट्रक्चर है Rathke's pouch. It is clinically represents a dimple above the adenoids. एक छोटा सा पिट जैसा होता है, डिम्पल जैसा होता है. This one, this is the Rathke's pouch and it is the most common site for craniopharyngioma. It is the name of the tumor, right? So this is all about the nasopharynx. Now the second part, oropharynx. You can see from the picture I have marked with the circle. That is the area called oropharynx, which is situated behind the oral cavity in front of second and third cervical vertebra. It extends from the tip of the soft palate to the epiglottis inferiorly. You can see from the picture the extension of the oropharynx. It communicates anteriorly with the oral cavity, then superiorly with the nasopharynx, inferiorly with the hypopharynx or laryngopharynx. The palatine tonsils lies laterally between the anterior and posterior pillar or folds. Last lecture में हमने देखा था कि पैलेटोग्लोसल एंड पैलेटोफेरेंजियल फोल्ड्स है, ओके, सॉफ्ट पैलेट में. तो वो दोनों फोल्ड के बीच की जो गैप है, फोसा है, उसमें पैलेटाइन tonsils रहता है. You can see from the picture. Here is the zoom view. This is the anterior pillar formed by the palatoglossus muscle, and this is the posterior pillar formed by the palatopharyngeal muscles. और in between them there is a fossa which is called tonsillar fossa. और उसमें जो आपको पिंक कलर का स्ट्रक्चर दिख रहा है, that is the palatine tonsil. Oropharynx lies behind the mouth, extends from the soft palate to the upper border of the epiglottis. The boundaries, the roof, it is formed by the soft palate and pharyngeal isthmus. जो nasopharynx का फ्लोर था वही इसका रूफ बन जाएगा. The floor, its posterior 1/3 of the tongue, median and lateral glossoepiglottic folds, and the vallecula. We have described all the structures in detail during the tongue, right? So these are the median and lateral glossoepiglottic fold and these are the vallecula. तो नीचे फ्लोर उसका वहाँ तक रहता है. Then comes anterior wall. It is open, so it is continuous with the oral cavity anteriorly. Posterior wall is supported by the body of the C2 and upper part of body of C3. Nasopharynx में C1 था, अभी C2 and C3 आ गए. C3 का upper part only. Then lateral wall. Lateral wall में कौन कौन से features हैं? So here you can see this is the palatopharyngeal fold. This is the palatoglossal fold. और दोनों फोल्ड के बीच में आपको एक ओवल फोसा दिख रहा है. दिस वन, दैट इज द टॉन्सिलर फोसा, जिसके अंदर पैलेटाइन टॉन्सिल्स होता है, राइट. हियर यू कैन सी द एंटीरियर एंड पोस्टीरियर पिलर एंड टॉन्सिल्स. द थर्ड पार्ट you can see from the picture, it is the hypo or laryngopharynx, lies behind the larynx in front of 3rd to 6th cervical vertebra. Nasopharynx was just in front of C1, oropharynx was just in front of C2 and upper part of C3, and laryngopharynx lies in front of lower part of C3 to C6. It extends from the tip of the epiglottis superiorly to the lower border of the cricoid cartilage inferiorly. It communicates anteriorly with the larynx through laryngeal inlet, which closes during the deglutition to avoid the entry of the food into the larynx. जो आपको पिक्चर में दिख रहा है, दिस इज द laryngeal inlet. और जब डिग्लूटेशन मतलब फूड यहाँ से नीचे पास होता है तब ये क्लोज हो जाता है. तो ये वाला जो ओपनिंग है, रास्ता है, बंद हो जाता है. तो फूड सीधा फिर ऐसे इसोफेगस में जाएगा, यहाँ लैरिंग्स में नहीं जाएगा. Okay. Superiorly, it communicates with the oropharynx and inferiorly with the esophagus. The hypopharynx does not only lies behind the larynx but also it lies laterally on each side of the larynx. आपको डायग्राम में दिख रहा है तो खाली larynx के पीछे ही नहीं है, दोनों साइड पे भी थोड़ा पार्ट है उसका. ठीक है. And so it is forms the post cricoid region behind the larynx. तो larynx के पीछे का पार्ट है उसको बोलेंगे this much part, this much part, this much part. It is the post cricoid region और two pyriform fossa. उसके दोनों तरफ जो डिप्रेशन आएगा on each side of the larynx, it is the pyriform fossa. pyriform fossa का थोड़ा डिटेलिंग देख लेते हैं. So it's a zoom view of the pyriform fossa. Here you can see from the picture. This one, this is the pyriform fossa. It's a small depression situated on either side of the laryngeal inlet. It leads obliquely backward and downward from the region of the back of the tongue up to the esophagus. It is the most common site for the lodging of the foreign bodies. जो foreign body है, food particles, वो यहाँ पे जमा हो जाते हैं, इकट्ठा होते हैं. Bounded medially by the airy epiglottic fold and laterally by the thyroid cartilage. तो यहाँ पे देखो ये वाला जो है this is airy epiglottic fold और ये वाला जो है this is the thyroid cartilage lamina. तो दोनों की बीच में जो fossa है this one is the pyriform fossa. The branches of the internal laryngeal nerve lies deep to the mucous membrane of the fossa and it is very vulnerable to injury during the removal of the foreign body from the fossa. तो इस साइड पे देखो ये म्यूकस मेम्ब्रेन कट किया हुआ है और यहाँ पे देखो एक नर्व दिख रही है, दैट इज द इंटरनल लैरेंजियल नर्व. तो अगर कोई फॉरेन बॉडी एक्यूमुलेट हुआ है फोसा में और उसको रिमूव करते हैं तो उसके साथ अगर म्यूकस मेम्ब्रेन भी रिमूव कट हो गया तो नीचे वाली इंटरनल लैरेंजियल नर्व इंजर्ड होने के चांसेस है. नाउ द स्ट्रक्चर्स ऑफ द फेरिंग्स. histological structure, it is made up of 4 layers. The first one is mucous membrane which is stratified squamous epithelium except the nasopharynx where it is pseudostratified with goblet cells. जो second layer है it is the pharyngeal aponeurosis which is connective loose connective tissue, contains the lymphoid tissue which aggregates in some areas forming the tonsils or Waldear's ring. So जो lymphoid tissue है ऐसे कई जगहों पर aggregate होके ऐसे ring जैसा बनाता है, उनको बोलते हैं Waldear's ring. That comes in the second layer. The third one is the muscular layer. It is made up of the muscles, 3 muscles of the pharynx, superior, middle and inferior constrictor muscles of the pharynx. Here you can see the superior, middle and inferior constrictor muscles. And the fourth layer is buccopharyngeal fascia. It's a very thin coat of connective tissue that we can't even see in the microscope also. Okay, so these are the 4 layers of the pharynx. This is another diagram showing the 4 layers. Now in short about the pharyngeal muscles. अगर pharynx का लॉन्ग क्वेश्चन आता है तो pharyngeal muscles के जस्ट नाम लिख दो, उनका डिटेलिंग लिखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. ठीक है. सेपरेटली pharyngeal muscles नहीं पूछेंगे, बट यू शुड रिमेंबर the superficial view of the muscles only. Okay, so 2 types of the muscles are there. Circular muscles, they are known as constrictors, and longitudinal muscles. So circular muscles कौन से हैं? तो superior, middle and inferior constrictors, they are the circular muscles. They extend from the pharynx and are inserted posteriorly into the fibrous raphe that extends from pharyngeal tubercle on the occipital bone up to the esophagus. तो आपको जो दिख रहा है ये मिड लाइन में, दिस इज द फाइब्रस राफे. ये सुपीरियर कॉन्स्ट्रिक्टर है, ये मिडल कॉन्स्ट्रिक्टर है और ये इंफीरियर कॉन्स्ट्रिक्टर है. वो सब वो फाइब्रस राफे में उसका इंसर्शन होता है. The 3 muscles overlap with each other. There is a gap between superior border of the superior constrictor and occipital bone. जो आपको ये वाइट गैप दिख रही है ओवल शेप की, दिस वन, दिस इज नोन एज साइनस ऑफ मॉर्गैग्नी which is filled by pharyngobasilar fascia. Remember this for the viva. The superior constrictor origin insertion we have already discussed in osteology practical. This is just a reminder. वैसे ही आपको मिडल कॉन्स्ट्रिक्टर और inferior constrictor का attachments खाली याद रख लो, just read only. The functions of this muscle, the constrictor muscles propels the bolus of the food down into the esophagus. वो rhythmic contraction उनका होता है, तो जो food bolus है वो धीरे धीरे नीचे propels होकर नीचे esophagus में जाता है, यही इनका function है. The cricopharyngeus muscle means the lower fibers of the inferior constrictors act as a sphincter and preventing the entry of the air into the esophagus between the acts of the swallowing. तो हम जब swallowing करते हैं तो दो swallowing की act है, उसके बीच में ये जो क्रिकोफेरेंजियस मसल है, मतलब ये वाला नीचे वाला, ये वाला दिस वन, वो कॉन्स्ट्रिक्ट हो जाता है और जो इसोफेगस में जाने का रास्ता है उसको बंद कर देता है, तो एयर की एंट्री नहीं होती है. ठीक है. Then comes longitudinal muscles. They are also 3 in number: stylo, salpingo and palatopharyngeus, and their function is to elevate the larynx and pharynx during swallowing. तीनों के origin insertion है, just once एक बार read कर लो. Killian's dehiscence, a very important one-liner as well as the viva question. What is it? So inferior constrictor muscle has 2 parts actually. One is thyropharyngeus, which is made up of the oblique fibers. जो आपको यहाँ पे दिख रहा है oblique fibers, this is the thyropharyngeus part of the inferior constrictor, and another is cricopharyngeus which is made up of the transverse fiber, ये वाला जो transverse fiber से बना है. तो ये दोनों के बीच में you can see a white color gap, a potential gap between these two muscle. It is called Killian's dehiscence or pharyngeal dimple. Okay. The blood supply is from external carotid artery. The branches are ascending pharyngeal, lingual, facial and maxillary artery, and venous drainage to the internal jugular vein. ठीक है, तो ये सभी ब्रांचेस है फेशियल, एक्सटर्नल कैरोटिड, मैक्सिलरी और लिंगुअल आर्टरी की. Nerve supply, the motor nerve supply is by 10th vagus nerve except stylopharyngeus which is supplied by the 9th nerve. The sensory nerve supply, nasopharynx by 5th, oro by 9th, laryngo by 10th. Autonomic nerve supply, sympathetic is by SCG, parasympathetic by 7th. You can write this only also. Almost all of the nerve supply to the pharynx where the motor or sensory is derived from the pharyngeal plexus, which is formed by the branches of the glossopharyngeal and vagus nerves with contribution from SCG, right? Lymphatic drainage, lymph from the pharynx drains into retropharyngeal and tip cervical lymph nodes. Okay, so this is more than enough for today's lecture. We'll discuss the part 2 in the next video. So go through it. It's a very important topic, a very important long question. Okay, so read from the book as well as watch this video twice or thrice for a better understanding. Hope you like this video. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe the channel and press the bell icon, and don't forget to share it to your friends. See you in the part 2. Till then, goodbye. Thank you.